My presentation will talk about the inside of public relations, what you may not know about PR and small business. One thing about public relations, sometimes people don't even know what PR is or what's the difference between a publicist, a PR. Like a PR is not a word. Like PR is the field, a publicist is the person, or you can say PR director. In this case, for my business, I'm the senior PR director because I want to use terms that's not just entertainment, but also in corporate as well. So next slide, please. So today, I'm going to talk about why public relations. I'm also going to talk about PR versus advertisements, the benefits of public relations, when should you hire a campaign manager, PR director, etc., and also committing to the plan. I have 2 books that I want to give out today for free. So if you tag any of Teresa's tags, hashtags, or if you tag any of my tags, I'm just going to go through and then DM you and say, hey, I would like to, give you one of my free books. But also my books are available online. Go next. All right, so why public relations? Public relations is the way your brand communicates to the media. The media then communicates to your audience. That is what PR is. We are your liaison between your audience and the media, or you and the media, okay? We communicate to the media on your behalf. So the purpose, we create public support. That's why you need public relations, because if the public don't know what you're doing, then who knows what you're doing? If the media is not talking about you, who should talk about you? What is credible out there that's talking about your brand? Also, storytelling. We just don't get over the phone and just pitch anything. No, everything makes sense from point A to point Z. So it has to be a story, it has to be a strategy, and everything has to make sense. If I say something to the media in January, then turn around and say something different in March, I either need to have an explanation, or the media can not only not take me seriously, but it can hurt your brand as well. So consistency is so important, and we're going to talk about that as well. Also, PR gives you that maximum exposure. All right? So we can go to the next slide. Oh, I'm sorry. So advertisement versus public relations. Why PR? So public relations is a part of a component of IMC, Integrated Marketing Communication. So it's a lot of different things about IMC, that's inside of IMC, that helps your brand and your business grow. PR is just one of those aspects. So PR goes hand in hand with marketing, it goes hand in hand with advertisement, it goes hand in hand with content building and different things like that. So you have your PR, your consistent messaging, your design, that's what we talked about, your enforcement, which is your advertisement, and your sales and your B2B marketing. So all those different things are needed for your brand to grow and to move forward. However, they all can stay on your own. The reason I would choose PR is because public relations is earned press. Advertisement is paid press. Also, a lot of blogs get their news source from other blogs. So that's how you can get your maximum exposure, because if a blog posts about your story, another media outlet that's also a parent company of that blog or that's in connection of that blog may feature you as well. If it's advertisement, that is one time at a certain time to a certain audience. But your PR can go to a maximum amount of, different audiences in your brand. However, the media that we pitch to will be targeted to your audience and brand. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, great, because that is one question I get all the time. Like, Ronnika, this person was on the news station. Now today, news stations are actually charging people to go out because people are not watching the news anymore. Mm-hmm. People are not getting their news source from the newspaper or the media because they're reading blogs, they're on Facebook. So things have changed so much. So the reason why I talk about advertisement, and I made sure I understood how advertisement can help PR, is because I have to do that now. Sometimes I have to do media buying. Also, why public relations, distribution, and research. We're going to not just send out your brand or your business to any type of media outlet. If you are in music, why would I send it to fashion? Mm-hmm. If you're in fashion, why would I send it to sports? So we're going to research and make sure that we are targeting the direct media outlets. For Ronnika and for IGN PR, it's about quantity. It's about quality, not quantity. So I want to make sure we get it right the first time. All right, and of course, network expansion. We are, PR is very personal, where advertisement is kind of like a billboard or different things like that. We're actually going to call media outlets, create a relationship with, I know their birthday, I know how many kids they have, I know their pet peeves, I know what they have going on. So if I'm supporting them outside of work, they will support me inside of work as well. So PR kind of gives that personal touch. So I have to continue to build network and build relationships to become a stronger publicist. All right, next slide, please. So benefits of public relations. Hire a professional. I want everyone to say this with me. It is better to hire a professional.
It is better to hire a professional
than to waste money on an amateur.
Than to waste money on an amateur.
Say it one more time.
It is better to hire a professional than to waste money on an amateur.
You guys, I know PR is expensive. I know it is. But just because someone can do it cheaper, that doesn't mean they can do it better.
Amen.
So do not hire a publicist or anything like that until you're financially stable and you're financially ready. Because if you do it right, there are so many benefits when it comes to having a proper PR strategy. One, we manage your digital media management. So like he said, you may not have that eye. You may know what you want, but you may not have that eye of what you need. So we are going to work with the person that's creating your graphics and different things like that to make sure their message is the same message that we want to give to the media. Okay? Content building, design development. I'm not going to talk about that too much because he definitely did. But one thing I do want to say is brand touch points. Your touch points have to be consistent all across your brand. Your email, your text messages, how you communicate, how you answer your phone, the phone number, when you have a new intern or a new PR director or a new event coordinator that comes on staff, how are they presenting your brand? All that is a part of your PR, because if your PR is doing well and you get new business and then you're not communicating the different things properly or your customer service isn't correct, you're going to do what? Run away that service. So you want to make sure your brand touch points are all intact, and as your publicist, we'll make sure of that. We target on a certain market. Like, I'm not just going to do an email blast out to anybody. I'm going to go to specific people. Brand promise, you guys. It's so important for you guys to not be manipulated by what you see on social media, that you change who you are, that you change your brand, and then before you know it, you're pushing a business or you're pushing a brand that you're not even truly representing. So when you go out and talk about it, you're not keeping your brand promise. So make sure that everything is consistent and that you keep your brand promise. Also, we are industry focused. So I started off in corporate and nonprofit, and then I merged over to faith-based and entertainment. But this year in March, corporate did so good. Last year, I told my husband this year in March, I kind of want to go back to corporate. So it's very important that you hire a publicist who knows your industry. So if you come to me for fashion, I may take you, but I may not, because I've never executed a full clothing line or anything like that. However, I have helped with like management and made sure like celebrities knew about your brand and different things like that. But New York Fashion Week, I've never been. So I'm honest with my clients. You want to make sure that you specifically ask what you're looking for to your publicist. And of course, media training. Media training comes from customer service. It goes to what you're saying on social media. One time I had a fitness trainer that told people to come out to a bar because she was, doing a consult and different things like that, and she offered free hookah. You already know what's wrong with that, right? So we're going to make sure that you not only are, you not understand like what you're supposed to do, but what you're supposed to say, because things like that can change your brand promise. It can keep you from being consistent, and it can change your industry focus. So as your publicist, we're looking at every single angle. I'm thinking about the white person, I'm thinking about the Asian person, I'm thinking about the Indian person, I'm thinking about the black girl, I'm thinking about the Deltas, I'm thinking about the AKs. I'm thinking about every single person's perspective, how they're going to take your brand once it's out there. Mm-hmm. And the only person that's professionally able to do that is your publicist. Next slide, please. All right, so I'm not going to go through this, but this is a little bit about media training, why it's so important. But we can go to the next one. All right, when to hire a PR director, brand manager, whatever you want to call us. Sometimes people come to a publicist when they really need a manager. Sometimes people come to a publicist when they really need a brand manager. So you want to make sure you know what you need before you come. But consider your budget, Because if your budget doesn't match and we're doing all these different things and we have to stop your campaign, it's going to hurt you than help you. So I've actually implemented a few things where I'm saying, okay, if you can't do it for this amount of time, I can't take you as a client because I don't want to hurt you in the end. PR is all about consistency. If you look at all the major celebrities and all the major brands that's out there, you will see that their superhero, which is a publicist, has been with them since the very beginning. Beyonce's publicist has been with her since Destiny's Child.
Wow.
Seriously. And that's like my favorite person in the world. And like she has been with her through everything. So longevity is so important. So if you honestly don't have the retainer or anything like that, don't do it. Don't do it. You're not ready, and you want your publicist to stay with you. Also, consider the following: industry connections. Who are they connected with? Who do they know? Ask the tough questions. Do your research. Google their name, their real name. I'm telling you, their real name. So I'm Ronnika A. Joyner, or Ronnika Joyner, because I just got married. So ask them, is Ronnika Ann your brand? Is Ronnika Ann your real name? Ask those serious questions. Google people, you guys. Do your homework just like when you go out to eat, you look at reviews. Do the same thing for your brand. When you buy clothes, you are specific what kind of shoes you're going to walk in. Be specific who you're going to bring on as your publicist, because it is a marriage. And we have to be stuck together. You have to tell me your secrets. You have to tell me what you like about me. You have to tell me what you do like about me. I am your wife. Okay? So, and also schedule a consultation. A lot of people do offer free consultations. I do a free 15-minute discovery call. My consultations are $150 an hour, but that's just because of the level or what I offer during a consultation. That's another thing. Sometimes they just sit down and talk with you. Other people actually may give you a proposal and different things like that. So it's nothing wrong with scheduling a consultation. Have about $300 or anything like that, whatever you need, and talk to that person before you hire them. All right, so my last slide, I want to talk about, are you committed? I know I was supposed to be strictly PR, but I am led by God, and I feel like anytime I have an opportunity to speak on that, I speak on my faith, I definitely do. I have been through so much when it comes to my business, you guys, like from my first team trying to take my name. My name used to be Ingenious. I had to change it to IGN. From a mentor, practically using me for over a year and then bashing me publicly, where I had to be my own crisis manager, and now I'm in the process of suing her. Nothing really surprises me anymore. So when I tell you my faith is honestly what helps me stay focused and what helps me stay strong. But no matter what you believe in, you have to have some type of foundation of stability. Because if your house is crazy, if your work is crazy, your business is going to be crazy. Something has to be stable, because your business would never be stable. Your business would never be in a straight line. Everything will always be different, or something will always pop up. So I always tell people, try to arrange different things around your life, because you can't predict anything, and you don't want your blessing to stop. You don't want your purpose to stop just because you have outside distractions. Don't be scared of commitment. It's difficult but possible to grow and run an honest business. And I say that it's difficult because we have things against us, like Instagram, Facebook, social media. So of course, you can't adapt to the world. Let the world adapt to you. Create a financial plan. Understand the business of your business rhythm. When are your accounts high? When are your accounts low? So when your account's high, you're getting a lot of business. Save money during that time. So at the end of the year, I don't get a lot of business. And also have a giving hand. It's okay to sponsor. It really is. It really is okay to sponsor. It's okay to do things, but don't have a taking hand more than a giving hand. I always tell people that you want to show love, you want to show passion, you want to show your personality. Because as a small business owner, they have to fall in love with us. Not just our business, because our business is us. Our business is our world. So next slide, final slide. So thank you guys so much. We just talked about a few things about public relations, PR versus advertisement, benefits of public relations, when should you hire, and committing to your plan. Next slide, last one. So I just want to thank you guys so much for connecting with me, being engaged, and different things like that. This is where you can follow me. Ronnika Ann PR for a Day is my consulting service. That's where I train and consult you on how to do PR yourself. And also IGN PR is when you become a client. So smaller budgets normally go towards PR for a Day, and my other clients normally go to IGN PR. So
tell me a little bit about the McFall Ever After.
Oh yes, see that's my news baby. So I got married September 30th. Teresa was there. She helped me out so much. And when I tell you guys, I've always been a pageant girl. I was like Miss Jackson State. I was in Miss Black and Gold pageant. I was in Stokesy High. I was homecoming queen. I was all these different things. And sometimes I do a lot of crisis management, but sometimes I need uplifting. So when I was going through my wedding process, I really fell in love with wedding planning. I already found my dress. I already knew my decor, I already had my budget, but I still went through the entire process of learning everything because I wanted to grow that. And Carlton, he's the owner of, that's my husband, and he's the owner of CMS Solutions. He handles marketing and search engine optimization. And he wanted to go into business with me because he saw how, organized I was with planning my business. So McFall Ever After will launch later on in 2018. We'll be going to different young girls and different young men, teaching them etiquette, teaching them about black love, teaching them about real love. I was in an abusive relationship for 5 years, and me and my husband, we met each other as friends, and we became best friends during that process, and God led me from my ex to my husband today. So I just want everyone to know that love is real, and love also can help your business grow, because he was one of the biggest assets to my business when no one knew what it was. So yes, McFall Ever After, we handle, we're gonna do weddings, like small weddings though, nothing too big, like 50, I'm gonna start small. But the real purpose of McFall Ever After is really to show and display our love and to show people how you can have love too. Thank you, Teresa, for that, 'cause I did. Thank you guys so much for having me.